welcome to today's video. I am super excited. I got this new eyeshadow palette and I had to just pop on and tell you guys about it. I've not been this excited about an eyeshadow palette in a really long time. So today what we're going to be trying is the Coca-Cola and Morphe collaboration. It's the Cherry Coke, the Cheerfully Cherry palette. And let me just say, like, these colors are gorgeous. And like you know when you like open up a cola and it just like and you like, you know, it's like when you open this up you almost can like imagine it doing that. So there's the packaging, super cute, kind of like those, like, you know, those like 10 old like lunch pails, you know. That's kind of what the packaging reminds me of. And then here is what the inside looks like. Just so pretty. And like I said, you can just like almost open it up and just hear it go and then and I just, oh man. And like whenever I like felt them, because you know there for a while you couldn't really like feel any of the products at like Ulta or Sephora. And when I kind of got the first little swatch of this, I was like, oh my god, that is like so smooth and silky. And I was like, those, oh, I bet they blend like a dream. I hope so. So I just had to pop on. I'm super pumped to show you guys this, and I hope that it is just as amazing as it feels. So to start off, I'm gonna jeez. So to start off, I'm going to swatch these for you. So first we're going to start off with doing a little bit of swatching for you guys. So there is the palette. And the first one we're going to start with, we're going to start at the top corner on the top row. And this is Sweet Crave. So here is Sweet Crave. A cute little shimmery pink. Next we're going into the first matte, which is So Delish. Just in a beautiful little transition shade, and these mattes are like so freaking soft. Next is the second matte in the palette. God, this one's even softer. This is insane. Like, they feel so good. It's like, you know when you walk in a store and you kind of see a blanket and you're just like, okay, yeah, I gotta touch that. And it's just like, it's so soft and silky and smooth, and you just want to like cuddle up in it. This is what these feel like to me. Wow. This is Dessert First. A beautiful little warm, almost like chestnut brown. Next we've got a shimmer. This is Berry Cherry. Holy wow. Gorgeous, gorgeous. That is everything. Holy. So next we're going into another matte shade with a little pinky red. This is fruit, the words, dang. Fruity Fierce. Alright, so the last shade in the top row is going to be Wild Brunch. Kind of like the shimmer you would think about if you were thinking about Cherry Coke. Oh man. Ooh, gracious. It is beautiful. Alright, so that is our top row. Now going into our second row, we're going to start with Yum Yum. Yum Yum. Kind of almost like a pinky, corally, gorgeous transition shade, which would like accompany these reds and burgundies and cherry colors very nicely. That would be a beautiful transition color. Love that. So the next one is Give Me More. So it's sort of like it feels more chunky, glittery. It seems to swatch very nicely. Next we're going into Glam Pop. Sort of like a cherry bronzy shade. It's got like pink and red little reflex in it. Our next shade is Ping It On. like a pinky, purpley red. Like it's definitely got those purpley reflex in it. God, that is so gorgeous. Look at the shine on those, and that matte is just so pretty. Next, we're gonna dive into With a Twist. Wow. Oh my gosh, that is so gorgeous. Like it's more of like a pinky red. I mean, that is like, oh, that is so gorgeous. Oh, I love it. All right, so the last shade in the second row is All In, and it's kind of like a maroon dark brown shade. Again, these mattes are just feel like a dream. All right, so there is our second row. Gorgeous, gorgeous row. Woo. Goodness. All right, going into our last row, we're gonna start with Refresh Sesh. Just a nice little light beige shade. God, that almost matches my skin tone perfectly. So next we're going into Pretty Please. And this is kind of a golden bronze shade, some pink reflex. That shimmer feels really nice. Seems like that's gonna go on quite nicely. Next we're going into another matte. This is Light-Hearted. Those mattes just feel so good. Amazing, gorgeous, beautiful, lovely. Ooh, those three colors could make an eye look right there. Lid, pop of color on the lid, transition shade. Whew. You could really take it and just like really dig in and use all the shades and it would be amazing. Or you could pick a few shades and you know there's plenty of pops of color, plenty of mattes, plenty of shimmers, plenty of glitters. You could do a lot with this palette. So the bottom row is mostly matte. So the next one we're going to go into is kind of like a dark maroon. This is Satisfaction. Kind of got a brown hue to it. What I like about these mattes is that they seem to almost kind of blend themselves. Like, even just, you know, kind of blending it out on my arm there, it just seems to look so smooth. It's not patchy, not dry. They feel amazing. So next shade is Pit Happens, like Cherry Pit. Okay, I get it. Yeah, that's pretty clever. And that brown is so nice. Alright, last shade in the bottom row and last shade of the palette is a true dark brown shade in Sunday Fudge. Gorgeous. Alright, so there is all the shades in the Cherry Coke palette. Again, I'm super stoked to try these. Every one of them is amazing, and it's going to be super hard to pick out just a couple shades to do this eye look in. Ugh. So I already have my base done, so I'm going to do my eyes and then do a lip combo that I'm super excited to try. I've not tried it, but it just looked like it was going to be fantastic. So to start off, I'm going to go in with the MAC Pro Longwear Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. Alright, and then I'm going to set my eyes with just a little bit of translucent powder. I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Translucent, and that's just to help our eyeshadow glide on a lot easier. So that way you're not laying it over a tacky base. So to start off, I'm going to start with Light-Hearted in the crease. And I'm using that on a Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH40 brush, just kind of a small fluffy brush, so that way I can begin to define my crease and keep control over that shade and the placement of that shade. Alright, and with a fluffier brush, the Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH34 brush, I'm just going to go in and blend out those edges just softly around the edges, not taking the color up high or down low, just keeping it right in that upper crease area. Yeah, these are they blend out so beautifully. I am absolutely loving this. Alright, so next, to bring a little bit more definition, I'm going to go in with God, why can't I say that? Fruity Fierce. I'm going to take that on a JH38 brush, which is a little pencil brush, and just go even more specifically in that crease, just right on the outer portion. And then with that leftover product, I'm going to move over to the other eye. And these shadows are so pigmented. They're gorgeous, gorgeous. Gorgeous shades, very blendable. Alright, and to go back and diffuse that out, I'm going to use the small tapered blending E45 Sigma brush. And then with the majority of that color being on the outside, so I'm just going to start there and then slowly kind of work that closer into the inner corner. To add a little depth and dimension, I'm going to go in with It Happens. I'm going to take that, go back to my JH40 brush, and just blending that just under Fruity Fierce. The lower crease at the top of the lid area, just on the outer portion of the eye. I'm also going to, without any additional product, in circular motions, bringing that in the outer corner. Alright, next, and all over the lid, I'm going to go in with this shade, Sweet Crave. I'm going to take that on a Urban Decay Naked 3 palette brush, just the brush that comes in the little palette. I'm going to use the little flat shader brush. And then with definition, I'm just going to pack that right on my lid and kind of carving that crease out. Holy moly, it's gorgeous! Now I am going to have a light hand when I get close over to this brown because I don't want to cover that up. So I'm going to pack it on the inner corner, and then when I get over to this side, I'm just going to kind of, with a light hand, almost kind of feather them and fuse them together. Now this is the pigment that we're getting without any spray to like make the shadow more pigmented, or not with any kind of glitter primer or anything like that. So that's the pigment payoff that we're getting with a brush and without any additional help, I guess is what I'm saying, other than just the initial Pro Longwear eyeshadow primer that we laid down. Alright, and then we're going to take Give Me More, just this little glittery shade here. We're going to put a little bit of that on the inner corner. Now be careful of this one because it does have chunks of glitter, so be sure to kind of just pat that in. This one may be one of the only ones I can really tell that you'd probably really benefit from having some kind of spray or glitter glue type of primer. Alright, and just because I can't help myself, I'm going to go into With a Twist. That color is just, God, it's beautiful. So on the opposite side of the little Urban Decay shader brush, I'm going to dip in there and then just pop a little bit on the center of the eye. Just bring a little bit of pop of color in there. Just lightly kind of feathering that. Alright, and just to bring a little something something on our lower lash line, I'm going to take the pencil brush we used earlier that had the Fruity Fierce on it. And so I like to be careful when I'm using pinks on the lower lash line but I do like to add just a little bit of pop of color on the outer portion. And again, this is just what was left. I didn't never dip back in. This was just was left when we built that shade in the crease on that. And then going back in with the JH40 brush. So I'm going to dip in between Lighthearted and It Happens. And then kind of blend out that lower lash line. And this one I am going to take to the inner corner. And then just allowing those two to meet on the outer corner. Alright, so I'm going to pop on some eyeliner and some mascara, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm back with eyeliner done and mascara done. I used the Pixie by Petra Endless Silky Eye Pencil, which is one of my favorites for the waterline. So I did bottom waterline and then top line the upper waterline. And then I used the Wet n Wild Pro Line Felt Tip Eyeliner. This is in dark brown. Just a little felt tip eyeliner. And I use that to top line the upper lash line just to give it a little bit more definition, to bring some attention to this gorgeous eyeshadow. Then I also use the Lash Paradise Voluminous Mascara by L'Oreal. It gives a lot of volume, decent length. I really have been enjoying this one. So what we're going to do next is we're going to pop on a little bit of lip. So for that, I'm going to use the ColourPop Just a Tint. This is in the color Treasure Island. Just kind of a little burgundy, so I thought it would go really well with the kind of Cherry Coke business theme we got going on right now. So these are extremely hydrating, and they also bring some color. So I was like, a little bit of hydration, a little color. I already had put down just a little bit of chapstick, just where my lips have been a little dry lately. Alright, so I just popped a little bit in the center and then just kind of patted that out. I didn't want it just to be like full on. I just wanted to bring a little bit of color in there. And then next we're going to go into the Lime Crime Vibe. So that's what that looks like. Which straight up looks like the With a Twist shade in the Cherry Coke palette. So I was like, yes, please. Both at the same time. I love that freaking shade. So why not have it everywhere? Okay, so here's the final look with the Coca-Cola Morphe Cherry Coke Cheerfully Cherry palette. Whew, that is a mouthful. This is one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes I've honestly ever tried to date. Tried to date. Yeah, you did. Yeah. What's up? So all in all, I'm completely obsessed with this palette. I love all the colors in it, love all the shades, love the color story, love how easy they were to work with. The shimmers and glitters were just like super creamy and easy to pack on there with no trouble, no fallout, no problem. The matte shades were extremely blendable. Like I said, it's almost like they blend themselves. I mean, it was just a freaking dream. So I really love this palette. This is absolutely a 10 out of 10 thumbs up from me. Gonna probably use this every day for a while. Very excited about this. So glad that Morphe collaborated with Coca-Cola and got the whole Cherry Coke vibe going. I love the packaging, love the quality, loved everything about it. Like, you know, it had the little display out there and I was just like feeling it and like seeing what all was going on, and like I looked and there was like no more on the shelf, and I was like, no, please no, because I've not been this excited about an eyeshadow palette and I can't even tell you. And the sweet lady that worked at Ulta, I was like, hey ma'am, I'm so sorry, do you have any more, like, do you keep any back stock? And she was like, oh yeah, we keep back stock. I was like, oh my gosh, if it's not a big inconvenience, like, would you care to check? If it is, no problem, I will totally order it online. But I was like, going to effort is a struggle for me, so I was gonna put forth the effort and actually order this palette. It was so amazing. And plus it's kind of hard because it's like once you film and you're like, yeah, like I had to have it. I just had to. But she went back there. Fortunately, she came out and I was like, yes. yes, I was so excited that they had it. So of course, got it, and I had to tell you guys about it because it is just such a good price, amazing quality, beautiful shades. And if you guys are at all interested, it's at Ulta, or I'm sure you could get it on Morphe.com. So if you guys have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. If there's any products that you guys are curious about, please let me know, because I also will probably be curious. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you have a great day. Bye!